Okay, so I am going to let you watch how I make soap. I'm going to do one that is kind of a spring soap since spring is coming. And I'm measuring out 3 different colors right now. So I need to cut it up and get it melted first. The first color, let's see, I need about a ½ pound of green and a ½ pound of pink. And then I'm going to cover it all in yellow. Just a little bit more. Okay, so I'm going to melt this, and then we will pour it and wait for it to set up. Okay, so I've melted this soap, and this is a 3 butter soap. So it has shea, coconut, and mango in it. And I'm going to make this the green, hoping for a light green. A little more. This is just soap dye that I'm putting in. It's not food coloring. And I don't normally sell the soaps on my website just because they're a little trickier to make and I can't whip them up quite as quickly. Just a little more. And I'm going to scent all of it with a combination of Creed Spring Flowers, which actually to me doesn't smell anything like flowers, it just smells like grapefruit, and then Petals of Spring, which is actually a really good dupe of Maybe Baby by Benefit. Gotta pour this in. I want about a ½ inch total, or a ½ an ounce. ¼ ounce of each one. Okay. Mix that together. Put a little bit in here. Stir it up again, wrong end. And then I'm going to pour it into a mold. And I'm just going to let this set. And then I'm going to do the other 2 colors. Of the alcohol. Spray the top of it with alcohol and it keeps the bubbles down. So that one I'm going to set to the side, and we'll let that one set up, and then I need to start cutting up some more for the pink. And cutting it into smaller chunks just makes it a little easier. Where's my other measuring cup? It melts a little faster that way. That should be almost close enough. Okay. I'll melt this one and pour it, and then I'll be back.
Switch to Liberty Mutual Insurance and you could save up to $423.
Okay, so I have taken the green and the pink out of the molds and cut them into chunks. And while I'm filling this up, I'm going to melt the white. first, I take a little bit of simethicone and kind of grease the mold so that it's easier to get it out. And I'm just going to lay these in a few at a time. And I'm going to fill this all the way to the top. Ignore my son talking in the background. I can hear him. Middle, up there. There. Okay. That needs to melt just a little longer. And I'm going to make the white into yellow. Then I'm going to pour it inside here, let it harden, and then I'll take it out and slice it, and you can see what it looks like in the end. But this is why I don't do soap all the time. All this chopping and cutting and pouring kills my hands because I have carpal tunnel, and there's no way I could do this all the time. Okay. That's all melted. To make it yellow. I don't want it too dark yellow because I want that pink and green to show through when I slice it. And just a little bit more. I'm just deciding how strong I need to make this last bit of it. Pour it all over this, and it's okay if it doesn't come all the way to the top because those are going to stick up, and it looks really cool when you slice it. Okay, now we'll let that sit up, and then we will come back and slice it. Okay, so it's done, and it's time to take it out, and I had to pry it out of here. I had to loosen it all up with a knife first. But here's what it looks like. Pretty cool, huh? So now, the best part is when I get to slice it. Because you never know what you're going to get on the inside. But first, I'm going to sprinkle some silver diamond dust on it. Because it makes it look pretty. Okay, let's see. Usually, I like to take off the ends, kind of like taking the heel off of a loaf of bread. And I love this slicer. Hopefully I do this right. Let me get the other side too, and then I think I'm going to do it in 3 this time. Good size. And I hate to waste the ends like this, but what I end up doing is cutting these into chunks and then using them in another soap, so it doesn't totally get wasted. Let's see if I go 3, I'll go 1, 2, okay. Check it out! Pretty cool, huh? So there's 1, 2. I think what I'll do, these are like Easter spring, and it totally smells like spring too. It smells really good. So I'll probably put this one up as one of the ready-made items on my website. If you want it, go there, look for it. Oh, cool! Look at that. There you go. How long did that take me? A couple hours? So if you want to see these, I'll probably be taking pictures of them and then putting them up on my website. I had tried to make this, like, kind of jelly bubble bath stuff, and I did it yesterday, and it turned out okay, but it was a real pain, because when you heat up the water for the gelatin, it doesn't dissolve right away, and it was just in this big clump, and it was so sticky. I thought I never would get it off of anything that it spilled on. So anyways, if you want to see these, you can go to my website, and that's how I do my soaps.